If you want to increase progesterone, then it is time to start focusing on how iron moves. This does not mean taking iron pills. This does not mean iron infusions. This means that we focus on what iron needs to move through the body, because if iron just needed iron, then nobody would be anemic. Because in the UK, Canada, and the USA, foods have been fortified since 1941, so over 80 years. And in order to increase the iron fortification in 1969, there was a group that went to the US government and said, hey, guess what? What we've done, it hasn't been working. And our best solution to make it work is to just do it even harder. So we want to increase it 3 times as much, but that's the best idea that we have. Imagine trying to invest in a company and that was their solution where it hasn't worked for 30 years and they're like, we're just going to do it even harder. So no, consuming more iron supplements or focusing on zinc or vitamin D or all of these other things that aren't naturally occurring, they're not how the body is going to get back to balance. That's not what the body needs for progesterone, and it is especially not a methylated B vitamin or other forms of B vitamins. Irrelevant. We want whole food B vitamins, and I'm going to tell you why. So in my school community, we just did a session. You can see how much everybody loved it. And we were talking about hormones. We were talking about estrogen when that's imbalanced, either high or low. We were talking about progesterone. We were talking about testosterone. We were talking about my favorite hormone, which is EPO. And when we went into progesterone, we were talking about how the body needs magnesium, B6, and copper in order to make it. If we are just taking a synthetic, which when it's not coming from the body, then it is synthetic, progesterone, then that is not going to help the body get back to balance. It's not solving why the body isn't making progesterone. It's just muting a signal. And hormones are what the body will use as a form to get back to balance, because the body can make hormones, but it can't make minerals. So if our minerals are imbalanced, then our hormones are going to be too. When our iron is not moving effectively, then we can burn through a lot of magnesium. Even if you're taking a magnesium supplement, think of it as our body like a bucket. And the imbalance of iron in the tissues is like holes at the bottom of this bucket. The water is the magnesium. You can pour water into that bucket all day long, and that does not mean that it is going to stay in that bucket, because until we patch the holes and until we get iron regulated, then it's not going to stay in the bucket. So we want whole food B vitamins, we want beef liver, we want an assortment of different things. We want magnesium, and we want to build magnesium in the body by helping to regulate the iron. Now, there is multiple steps to this, but if you are interested in learning, if you want to watch the video that I did in the school community, join as a VIP so that you can start understanding what your hormones are communicating.